What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we got Martin Lawrence responding to Katt Williams, talking about the dress and some of the Hollywood rituals that he's seen over his time. And we all know Martin has played Shanae, played in several Big Mama's House movies. You look at Eddie Murphy, um, you look at Norbit, you look at um Nutty Professor, you look at some of these movies. One could argue, though, and one that I don't hear spoken about as much, Robin Williams played as Doubtfire. So it's not always black man in a dress, but yeah, you can look at Jamie Foxx and even others, and say that they get a kick out of black males being in that position. Now, I've heard the argument that a comedian isn't afraid to play a character. And so, whatever side of that line you fall on, um, is one thing. I think it's really become even bigger with Tyler Perry and Medea, though. That conversation started to gain extra steam with him, and I think he came in playing that role, and he's not necessarily. I wouldn't classify him as a comedian like those guys. We remember Martin hosting Def Comedy Jam. We remember Jamie Foxx, Foxhole, and all those stand-up specials. Those guys came in as true comedians. He came in as more of a playwright and a guy who presented his material as a play. So that's the difference. But man, we're gonna get into what Katt Williams said. We're gonna get into Martin's response. Let's check.
Martin tried to put me in my first dress. When he had to go on his hiatus, he tell me, Katt, when I come back, I need you. You my young partner, you my brother in comedy. When I come back, just promise me that my next movie, it'll be me and you. We gonna do it together. We gonna do some buddy cop shit. I said, Martin, you got my motherfucking word, my nigga. Go do what you gotta do. When you come back, I'm in your movie. Don't trip. I don't need to see the script or nothing. We get in that office and this fool pull out Big Mama's House too. I almost died. And I gotta read this script from all these good white people. Where this nigga want me to get in a dress with him. And I'm literally saying to everybody, why is he in a dress again? You already played the old lady as an FBI agent. We can play anything now. We can be playing a dog catcher this time. Why do we need to be in a dress? And I get so mad, I say, you don't want me. You want Brandon T. Jackson. And that's who they went and got. Twice I said it, they went and got him. Just like I'm telling you, I had that other dude's work. I had all of it. All I did was say, I want to punch it up so it's not offensive to real niggas. And that's how I got in this position.
I also wondered too, but growing up, watching you play Shanae, watching you in Big Mama's House, I never thought anything of it. I just thought it was funny. But nowadays, you hear people say, "Oh, that's you got to sell your soul in Hollywood, and that's humiliation rituals and the Illuminati."
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. Doing what I do and doing Big Mama and characters like that, Shanae or whatever. These are strong black women. And I'm a comedian, and I'm not above playing a character, putting on a dress or whatever, because I'm in tune with my manhood, so I know who I am, so I don't worry about all that.
Is that a missed art? Because we seen it with you, we seen it with Eddie, but now it seems like everybody, like he said, is afraid to do that. But
except for Tyler, and
except for Tyler, except for Tyler.
Yeah, if you're in tune with your manhood, you shouldn't be worrying about it, If you ain't letting nobody get under your dress.
Was there ever a point?
So Martin says, he's a comedian and he is not wrestling against his manhood. Now, we recently seen Denzel Washington come out and say that he kissed a man in a deleted scene on the Gladiator 2 movie. I would be more concerned with that type of stuff. Yeah, he's never worn a dress, but if you do that, and that's against what you're doing, what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? I would say that's a humiliation ritual as well. I wouldn't want to do neither, to be honest with you. But again, I think if you look at someone like Eddie, if you look at Coming to America, he was just playing male characters, and maybe he went down the rabbit hole of playing characters. We don't know exactly why he did it, but I do know what I do know and what I can say. I can't speak to those gentlemen specifically, but I knew they wanted to kind of reinvent that. By the time Dave Chappelle and them came about, who also I remember first seeing on Def Comedy Jam, they wanted all these guys to be like Martin, having a Shanae, uh, what's my man name? Jamie Foxx having a Wanda. Um, they wanted to have all the young up and coming comedians have that type of character when they gave them a show and different stuff like that. You could even look at, I think Steve Urkel had played a sister or something like that. I remember Waldo from Family Matters. He was on a news show later, and they had him in a dress. It just became one of those things where, man, like, let these guys show their acting talent, because if they put you in that box, then you kind of become typecast, and you are remembered kind of as that. And so there's something to it. As far as Martin specifically, I can't say that um, it was completely a ritual. I did think, I'll say this, I thought Big Mama's House got a little redundant when they started doing that, because Martin had like Blue Streak, he had the Bad Boys movies and stuff. We were fine seeing Martin in that light only, but Martin, he took the role, and maybe he liked the role. Again, it's not something I would want to do, wear the dress, but it was a time that it was more looked at like comedy. It wasn't looked at as this ritualistic thing that it is today, where a black man sells his soul for fame. Like I said, I look at Miss Doubtfire as well. And Robin Williams didn't have to take that role. Ended up being one of his biggest roles, though. So I want to know what side of the line you guys fall on. I'm gonna be clear. I don't think those guys need dresses. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they need dresses. I think Martin and Eddie, when they first did it, it was in the name of comedy, trying to be funny. But I do think those execs saw the cash cow that could become, and I think some of these sick jokers get off seeing a man in a black man in a dress. Honestly, I really do, because they sick. These are sick human beings. You hear how Terry Crews said, the man, and they ain't get him in a dress. They just got him to play that weird role in White Chicks. And the man, he saw that. He walked right up to him and grabbed him right in front of his wife. Terry Crews should have punched through his face like old boy did the cop on Demon Knight. If y'all ain't seen that movie, that's the closest thing I could think about what he should have did to him. And if you don't know, what's my man named Billy Zane or something like that, the guy who played Mask of Zorro when he punched that cop, that's exactly what Terry Crews should have done to him. So, yeah, man. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time.